Yo, man, we back with another, you know what, life as a full-time content creator, man. So right now, man, y'all already know, 2:16 in the morning. You feel me? So what we doing right now is I'm finna have to make some videos for Instagram, and finna have to make some Instagram videos. Well, no, I gotta do my 8 minute daily news. Then we gonna do some more reactions. Actually, we gonna do some reactions first. Then I'm gonna do my 8 minute daily news. Then after that, you feel me? What else do I gotta do? I might take a nap. But let's see. Cause it's a couple things we gotta do, man. So you gotta bear with me, man. Cause I know lots of y'all be like, man, his ass get on his phone when he be on the lives and shit. But y'all gotta remember, bro. I'm in this bitch. I told y'all, bro. This shit is to show like what I'm really be doing, bro. So like everything ain't gonna be busting, bro. So if y'all leave, I understand, bro. I understand if y'all leave from certain things, bro. Because it will get boring sometimes up in here because I gotta make content for my other pages, bro. So y'all gonna see the hands-on boring part of this shit. Like literally, I'm not even really doing this shit. I'm just doing this shit to just like document this shit, bro. Cause I'm working, bro. Really, I'm getting the work done. So it's like, if motherfuckers not on a live stream, man, it's cool because we working, man. This shit just documenting the motherfucking work that we got going on, bro. Motherfuckers want to see what it's like being a full-time content creator. They can see that shit, and motherfuckers not, it's cool because at the end of the day, I'm still finna be posting these videos. I'm still finna be posting, well, not the clips and shit. Like this shit, what y'all see, okay, cool. But I'm still gonna be posting videos and shit. Like these videos I'm doing up in this bitch, still finna post that. Still finna, get content out. So either way, regardless, that's all it is, man. I just feel like me going live is really more so helping me with the consistency shit. Like, if I'm on live, I'm gonna feel like I just gotta work. You feel me? Instead of just, doing what I normally do. Like, being on this live, bro, just help me, even if I got 0 people, bro. It just helped me, you feel me? Stay on posting content and shit, bro. When you got a camera on you, it's different, bro, when you working. It's like, alright, now you gotta work, bro. Because it's like, I don't want to have this camera on and I'm not doing shit. Then it's like, bro, why the fuck you got the camera on? So it's like, now I'm really just using this live stream to help me work type shit. So it's like, that's why I really got it on, man. And then, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be big. I already know I'm going to go up on game. That's the inevitable, bro. But, you feel me? Just going to vlog the little process, man. Or not vlog it. Live streaming. But you know what I want to do? That nigga T-Ski dropped some new shit, bro. So we gonna check that shit out. Cause that shit popped up. And I only do music reactions, but it's like, I'm already, I'm going up in this bitch, bro. I'm in this bitch, bro. So that shit be. That boy T-Ski been going viral. I ain't gonna lie to you. So we finna react to his new song. His song is called "Die for Anything." Alright, that sound pretty cool, right? So let's get into it and see what the fuck he talking about in this shit, man. Let's see if it's trash or it's actually a good song.
bitch in the progress. If that's your hoe, then why she sitting here with me? Your little bitch going, and she can't stand me, so she always on her knees. We clapped your mans, we put his ass with no white tee. Yeah, I know them fronters cost, but your ass still could die for free. He got caught stealing. Niggas die for anything. Yeah, don't get caught lacking. Niggas die for anything. Yeah, you love a thought, she out here fucking anything. Get shot.
I ain't gonna cap, man. This shit sound a little bit basic. It sound a little bit basic as of right now, bro. But you know, shit.
About pussy, niggas die for anything. Look, hey, that's your bitch, nigga. You ready to die for her? See your mama cry for her. Get put in the sky for her. Okay, yeah, think right, nigga. You better think.
Hey, no. Okay, that lyric was low key kind of slight. You kind of slight, man. You want to see your mama cry for her? You want to see your... Alright, yeah, that shit hard. That shit hard.
Twice, nigga, cause any nigga try to taste you might lose your life, nigga. Anybody, we got smoke for anybody. My shooters got BBLs, them niggas got plenty bodies. Draco got a kick to it, you would thought I knew karate. Jumped up off the porch, robbing and popping niggas, my brand new hobby. Bust his brain, we won't smoke with your whole gang. Jump out, walk him down and take his life for saying my brother name. Percocets, I'm popping them back to back, I bet it know my pain. And anytime I rock a show, I got on all my chains. If that's your hoe, then why she sitting here with me? Your little bitch going.
I mean, I feel like this like one of the songs, like this song right here is like, you know how certain songs is good, but you know it ain't gonna go viral. Like, I feel like this not a hit song, but this a good song, you feel me?
And she can't stand me, so she always on her knees. We clapped your mans, we put his ass with no white tee. Yeah, I know them fronters cost, but your ass still could die for free. He got caught stealing. Niggas die for anything. Yeah, don't get caught lacking. Niggas die for anything. Yeah, you love a thought, she out here fucking anything. Get shot about pussy, niggas die for anything.
Yeah, that song was okay. It was decent, you feel me? It was pretty decent. It was decent, you feel me? Well, I listen to it again. I might listen to it again. Not a lot, you feel me? Like, I feel like I ain't gonna I ain't gonna go on my way to play this song. But if this song came on, I must definitely let the song play. Certain songs I ain't gonna let play because it's ass, you feel me? I ain't gonna skip this song, but I ain't gonna go on my way to listen to this song if you get what I'm saying. It's not bad though, I fucks with it.
Quando's homie.
Lil Durk really put a meal on Quando Rondo here, and the only thing Quando Rondo did was just get his ass beat by King Von. He ain't really do nothing wrong. He ain't do shit wrong but get his ass beat. I ain't gonna lie. But shit, we finna see how Quando Rondo life was ever since he got that meal put on his head. Let's go.
Quando's homie Lil Pop got killed in a broad daylight shooting and it shocked the rap game. But then some new info came out that made the situation even crazier. Now people think Lil Durk could go down for Pop's brutal murder. And today we're breaking the whole thing down. Back in August 2022, Quando Rondo, his homie Lil Pop, and some other dudes from the crew flew out to Los Angeles. They pulled up to a gas station in one of the most popular areas of the city in a black Escalade, and nobody expected what happened next. A whip pulled up while Quando and his crew were getting gas, and 3 shooters hopped out and walked up on them. They started letting off shots, and the dude driving Quando's whip pulled off to get.
I ain't gonna cap, that shit kind of weird, man, because why the fuck is they getting slid on and they in a whole different state and it's a nice area? Like, they don't got no ops in Cali. Like, that's what motherfuckers down there assume is Lil Durk ass, bro, just because it's like, nigga, who else would want to get into it with Quando Rondo and them? Like, in LA, bro. Someone had to pay to get on their ass.
Away from the shooting. Then a few minutes later, they pulled over in the middle of the street and somebody flagged down the cop to come help out. By the time paramedics rolled up to the scene, Lil Pop was already bleeding out and there wasn't much they could do to save him. It seemed like Quando realized right there that his homie wasn't gonna make it, and videos from the situation show him screaming no over and over again. It was a brutal shooting that went down in broad daylight right across the street from the Beverly Center, and 3 shooters crashing out like that in the middle of the day made it clear to everyone that it was a targeted hit. As soon as the news broke that Quando's homie had been killed right in front of him, rumors started flying about who pulled the trigger. But before we break down the theories, we gotta go back to Quando and Lil Pop's street connections in Georgia. According to some sources, Quando and Pop weren't just homies, they were actually blood cousins. It's not clear if they were actually related or not, but
So, wait, what? How the fuck you gonna say they was blood cousins, then you gonna say it's not clear if they was actually related or not? Nigga, what? Come on now, y'all don't be making sense sometimes, I ain't gonna lie to you.
they came up in the streets of Georgia together and treated each other like family. Quando and Pop both repped the Rolling 60s in Savannah, and they were also affiliated with a crew called Only the Mob, aka OTM. OTM has been one of the most active sets in the city for years, and their main ops when Quando and Pop were coming up were 2 gangs called VBS and 1100 Block Gang. VBS and 1100 were also part of a bigger crew called 2X. And before Quando and his homies were making headlines for being involved with the death of King Von, OTM was going to war with 2X and tearing up the city of Savannah. It's not clear where the beef actually started, but in 2016 they sparked a massive wave of violence after Only the Mob allegedly killed a dude named Javante Reed. A dude allegedly affiliated with them named Craig Weston went down for the shooting, but the violence was just getting started. A few months after Javante Reed died, a dude named Tristan Gray was shot and killed. The U.S. Marshals ended up picking up the case because things were getting out of control. Everyone knew that the
You
feds...
see? Lots of motherfuckers be talking about, oh, these niggas goofy, they ain't this, that. You see, they got the same shit going on that these Chicago motherfuckers got going on. You feel me? So, just because a motherfucker not from Chicago don't mean they a goofy and they ain't gangster. That be the problem with lots of these Chicago motherfuckers. They just assume, oh, if they ain't from Chicago, bro, they ain't like that for real. They ain't no real gangster. They ain't tougher than me. That's the mindset that lots of Chicago motherfuckers be having, and that get them fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
were watching. But what's really crazy about the situation is that the gangs only got more violent after the marshals got involved. At one point, there were 6 shootings in just 10 days all over the city. Most rap fans don't know that Quando and Lil Pop were involved in such a wild beef. Only the Mob and their ops were siding on each other every chance they had. And in 2017, the situation got even more brutal. 3 OTM affiliates caught some dudes from 1100 Block while they were chilling on the street and started letting off shots. They hit up 2 1100 Block affiliates and drove off, and that's when the cops got involved and started chasing them. The OTM guys ended up running over an innocent dude named Scott Waldrop and killed him. Then they crashed the whip, and 2 of the...
You see, bro, and it's like I can't respect no niggas that's doing this shit, bro. I could respect you for getting your ops, bro, and hitting your target, but once you start getting innocent motherfuckers involved, I see you as a goofy gang, because what if that was your peoples, bro? You wouldn't want nobody doing that goofy ass shit to your peoples, bro. Stop getting people involved in y'all fucking street fantasy y'all got going on, gang. This real life, bro. Niggas want to live, bro. Fuck is y'all problem?
Only the Mob affiliates died on the scene. Lil Tim's homie Stucky was one of the dudes who died in the crash, and their homie Jerry Chambers ended up getting hit with 3 murder charges and was sentenced to life in prison. There's not a lot of info about how much work Quando, Pop, and Tim are putting in during the war, but Quando's been dissing the ops ever since he hopped in the booth. The 2X gang is known for rocking the color purple, and on the track Purple Baby, Quando raps, "I swear that all I know is murder, baby. Riding around with the bags on me, smoking purple. That 30 poking out my pants on me, I'm rocking purple label. This for that one who put them bands on me, we gon' murk 'em. Roll up a blunt of that new dead homie while sipping purple maple." Rumors say that Lil Tim was one of the top shooters in Only the Mob and allegedly caught 4 bodies during the war with 2X. And Quando allegedly confirmed it on Purple Baby when he raps, "Hellcat versus that Hemi, we straight dustin' nigga. Do the dash in the 4Runner, way before that boy, we put on for him. I'll be down, they up the skull on us. I dropped the low, I'm in the NOLA thuggin'. Here they go, claiming they want smoke until they bro under." Some sources claim that Lil Pop was putting major pressure on the ops too.
So these niggas was out here really getting bodies. They really was out here, but I ain't gonna cut to you. I didn't look at motherfuckers as a goofy just because they from another state. That's what these motherfuckers from Chicago be doing. I be saying from Chicago, like I ain't from Chicago. Motherfuckers think I'm talking, I ain't from Chicago, but I'm from Chicago, the east side. Far over east by the lake. Not even commercial.
And on the track ABG, Quando raps, through the cut with Pop, we gon' bang on them. Leaky in the back seat with that chopper, we gon' swing on them. And all my draws be Ralph Lauren. 23 shots to his car, Michael Jordan. Before he was killed in LA, Lil Pop was facing a RICO case in Georgia. He was supposed to be in court less than a week before the shooting went down, and the cops had accused him of all kinds of crimes. According to the indictment, Pop and 2 of his homies stole 10 cars in just 10 days, and there were 8 other guys named in the case who allegedly went on the 9.
Damn, 10 cars in 10 days? That's basically a car a day. These niggas still in a car a day. This shit is crazy as hell.
9-month-long crime spree. And besides the RICO case, Pop had charges for fleeing from the police, burglary, theft, and cruelty to children. Quando and Pop definitely had enemies out in Savannah, but they should have been safe while they were in LA. They both repped the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, which started in LA but ended up spreading across different states. But instead of tapping in with them and staying safe, rumors say that Quando sparked some issues that might have gotten Pop killed. After King Von was killed by Quando's homie Lil Tim back in 2020, rumors were flying that Quando had $1 million bag on his head and there were goons all over the place who were trying to collect. And in 2021, Quando and his homies got caught in a drive-by while they were chilling outside a shop in Georgia, and one of them got hit in the hand. Quando had just performed at a club about 10 minutes from where the shooting went down, and rumors say the shooters followed him from the club and tried to kill him. Quando repped one of the biggest crib sets in the country though. The Rolling 60s are massive and have members everywhere, and a lot of people thought Quando would get support from them, but that's not how it went down. In 2021, an OG from the LA Rolling 60s named Big U went on The Breakfast Club and talked about Quando. Big U was one of the most powerful dudes in the 60s and definitely could have helped Quando and his homies out. But he said that Quando never tapped in with him before the situation got hot after Von died. Big U was talking about rappers who claim the Rolling 60s in their music, but aren't really rocking with the set in real life. And he made it sound like Quando called him up after Von died to ask for protection. Big U said,
like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. Mm-hmm. You didn't fuck with me before that.
Quando clapped back and said that he never hit up anybody for protection.
When I hit the big homie up, I was calling that man on some like this, cause I got a lot going on. I got a lot of going on out here. I know that cuz is in a lane where cuz got a lot of charity going on. Cuz just got a lot of positive going on. You feel me? Which my team was hitting up. I never once called nobody, no on planet Earth for no protection.
At first it looked like there might be some real beef, but then Big U hopped on social media and said he never actually talked to Quando.
Well, I never talked to Quando. You know, it ain't nothing but...
You see, so why the fuck did you make it seem like Quando Rondo calling you up and shit, bro? You see, these old niggas be capping, bro. These old niggas just be lying and shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what be wrong with them.
With Quando, I'm only on positive vibes. So, I'm gonna pull up on Cuz, or he can pull up on me. I'm in this town right now, so, but I ain't got nothing but love for nephew.
Then a couple months later, Big U and Quando even linked up for an interview. While they were talking, Quando mentioned how important Crippin' was to him.
You don't have to be a killer to be a Crip. You don't have to be no shooter to be no Crip. You ain't gotta be no jack boy to be no Crip. You could be a dentist and be a Crip. You just a Crip nigga that's a dentist. You feel me? I say this all the time, cause I'm real heavy on Crippin', period. I'm gonna do that to the day I die.
Linking up with Big U like that should have helped Quando and his homies stay safe while they were out in LA. But Big U doesn't speak for everyone in the 60s. He's got a lot of clout in the set, and there are definitely people who listen to him. But Quando had issues with the younger generation of LA's Rolling 60s, and rumors say that's how the ops got the drop on him and Pop while they were on the West Coast. Brick Baby's another rapper from the LA Rolling 60s who's been dissing Quando for years. Brick Baby's tapped in with Lil Durk and a bunch of other black disciples from Chicago. And Brick Baby made it clear he was on their side after Quando's homie killed King Von. In an interview with No Jumper, Brick Baby said Quando hit up Big U to try and squash the situation with the BDs in Chicago. But even though Quando and Big U were cool, Brick Baby said Quando never actually tapped in with the 60s who were in the trenches. Brick Baby said that Quando should have been showing him love for years since he claims the 60s. But instead, he only came to them when he needed help. Brick Baby's also affiliated with a crew in LA called the Score Gang. He said they're the ones really tearing up the city and that Quando should have linked up with them. And if you only tap in with an OG like Big U, then you gotta give the dudes in the trenches some money if you want them to hold it down for you as well. Brick Baby's been tight with Lil Durk for years. And in the same interview, he said that Durk was his real homeboy and that after Von died, Durk's ops became his ops. And I'm not BD, I'm from 60s, but your ops, my ops at this point. So even though Quando was cool with Big U, Brick Baby made it clear the streets in LA weren't really rocking with Quando.
I ain't gonna cap to you. Motherfuckers don't be taking Brick Baby serious from what I be seeing and what I be hearing. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But Brick Baby do be acting like a goofy from what I see on the internet. From what I see, his ass do be acting goofy, bro. But I don't know, man. Lots of motherfuckers could look goofy and not be a goofy, you feel me?
And after Pop died, rumors started flying that Brick Baby and some other LA 60s might have been involved with the hit. A few days after Lil Pop was killed, Big U hopped on social media and said he would never lay down his Crip flag when things got tough. It wasn't clear who he was talking about at first, but then a couple of days later, Quando posted on Instagram that he wasn't a Crip anymore. Quando said there wasn't any loyalty in the crew and that nobody was holding them down. Then Quando made a statement that led to all kinds of rumors. He said, "Y'all fuck with the opposition. I don't give a fuck who feel hit." Pop's death was a huge loss for Quando. And on the track Long Live Pop, Quando rapped, "I think that I might throw the towel in on my bandana. I think somebody out Crenshaw ran down and hit my man up. How I'm gonna give my life to Allah. This a dirty phantom. I wish I bulletproofed that Tahoe, jumped out with that hammer. That hurt my heart. I watched my partner die right by a gas pump. Look to the sky, a shooting star, bet that I'm the last one." Quando got a lot of hate for saying he wasn't repping the Crips anymore, and Brick Baby hopped in to diss him over the situation.
You can't leave a hood that you never was in, nigga. You claiming our hood. You cannot leave a hood you never was in unless you just get put off. Stop claiming the shit. If you don't want to deal with street politics, stop gangbanging.
Bro, what the fuck he mean you was never put on, bro? Just because LA started that shit don't mean he ain't no Crip, bro. He wasn't put on to the Crip shit. Because if that's the case, motherfuckers can say the same shit about them GDs from other states and all that other shit. That shit started from Chicago. And they be in Mississippi, all types of shit. No motherfucker from Chicago put them on. You feel me? So it's just about if he got put on for the Crips out in Atlanta. You feel me? You acting like motherfuckers gotta go to y'all like y'all the Holy Grail or some shit.
A lot of people knew Brick Baby wasn't cool with Quando, and after Pop got killed, rumors started going around that he had something to do with it. Brick Baby told everyone on the internet to stop playing with his name and said that his crew would never crash out in Beverly Hills like that.
Stop playing with my name, point blank, period, nigga. On 6-0 Crip, nigga. Niggas die every day, nigga. That shit don't got nothing to do with me, nigga.
But then some things went down that added even more fuel to the rumors. Brick Baby kept clowning Quando for leaving the 60s like that, but claimed he was out in Georgia when Lil Pop got killed. But then Brick Baby dropped the track Brick Lotto with Durk's artist OTF C3, and C3 rapped, "Tell Smirk I need a perk. I'm finna ride like them killers do. I heard they claiming 60, have them real hoods get at you." A lot of people thought the bar was aimed at Quando, but Brick Baby went on No Jumper and said the track was recorded 6 or 7 months before Lil Pop got killed. That track wasn't the only reason people were linking Brick Baby to the shooting though. After King Von got killed, people all over social media started pressing Durk to get back for him. Slide for Von was going around everywhere, but in another No Jumper interview, Brick Baby brought up how fans were claiming you can't say that anymore after Lil Pop died.
Slide for Von, right? Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why?
Cause Lil Pop.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
But they don't know who they don't know if Lil Durk had something to do for that, bro. They don't know that shit, and then you feel me? So how the fuck you mean they can't say that shit, bro? They don't know.
That's the new term, like no more slide for Von.
People thought Brick Baby was dry snitching on Durk for getting Lil Pop killed. He didn't actually say that Durk slid for Von, but that didn't stop fans from running with the rumor. Before King Von started beefing with Quando's homie NBA Youngboy, Quando was cool with Von and Durk. Quando linked up in the studio with Durk, and he even hung out with Von backstage at the show and started dissing Von's ops on 63rd Street in Chicago. Youngboy was cool with them back in the day too, but then Von and Youngboy sparked the beef that led to Von getting killed. They started going back and forth on social media, and Youngboy allegedly even rapped about getting Von killed in Atlanta before he died. On the track Dead Trolls, Youngboy raps, "Travel around with hella troops. I got pictures of you, little pussy bitch. Plan on staying in something in Atlanta too. Won't get up with me, but I don't fuck with you. All in Pampers, sunset tripping too. Bounty hunter bitch, trying to eat the crew." More dudes from Chicago hopped in and started taking shots at Quando too. And that's when Lil Tim tweeted, "Niggas from Chirac better chill on my nigga Quando." Then in 2020, Von spotted Quando outside of a club in Atlanta and started throwing hands. Lil Tim upped his strap and killed Von. And that's when the beef with Young
Wait, bro, this nigga, it seems like this nigga, it's either I'm hot or this nigga hopping from topic to topic, because it's like, bro, he going from, like, the storyline is not adding up with what the fuck he's saying, bro. On game, like, what the fuck is bro talking about?
Boy and Quando versus Lil Durk really started. Before Von died, Durk wasn't really involved with the situation, and a lot of fans thought it was going to get squashed. But after Von died, there was no going back, especially after Youngboy and Quando started dissing Von. On the track Bring the Hook, Youngboy raps, "Nigga, this that Squid Game. Old block pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get folded up." After Von was killed, Quando dropped the track End of Story and aired out the whole situation. Fans thought the name of the track was a subliminal shot at Von because of his crazy story tracks. And on the song, Quando...
I ain't gonna cap to you. It most definitely wasn't subliminal to King Von, bro. I don't care what Quando Rondo saying about that shit. End the story? Come on now. Come on now. Let's be real. We ain't no dummies now. We know what the fuck going on.
raps, "Y'all talk that gangster shit, but cry when a nigga get knocked. You supposed to walk it how you talk it. But shit, I still ain't got my point across. Hey, if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't have said he wrong. And blood on your brother on the ground, go and pick your mans up."
And the crazy part about it, motherfuckers know if the shoe is on the foot, 100% sure, bro. Niggas would be saying, "Oh yeah, King Von, them, they a real nigga, he ain't do nothing wrong." But since it's Quando Rondo and them, and lots of people fuck with King Von, they acting like Quando Rondo them and them wrong. But they did what any street nigga supposed to do. Like Von even talk about how ain't no fighter and all that shit. And now since motherfuckers is living by the street code, now, oh, they wrong and this, that, and the third. And it's like, lots of niggas just dicky, you feel me? And I fucks with King Von more than Quando Rondo. But at the end of the day, them both being street niggas, you gotta understand that's what come with it. And if you mad about what the fuck Quando Rondo and them did, you just a dick eater, bro. You just a dick eater, bro. I ain't gonna capture you. I mean, you could be mad, but it's like, you can't act like they wrong. You can't act like Tim and Quando Rondo wrong for what they did. If they did, bro, you're just a dick eater.
Damn right we screaming self-defense. He shouldn't have never put his hands on me. Quando also talks about the rumors that Durk put $1 million on his head and raps, "Million on my head, that's what they say. That's all you got, bitch, make it 8. Come run up on me, bite the bait. 30 clip on me, jump out, shake." And on the track $1 Million Kid with NBA Youngboy, Quando raps about the bag on him again and said, $1 million check, $1 million nigga, $1 million beef, $1 million hitter. Durk hasn't said much about Quando after Von was killed, but then after Lil Pop died, Durk dropped the track Same Side and rapped, "Yo homie died, you jumped in front that fire, think you a lifesaver. And I fell out with my bitch, thought she was cheating, but it was a vibrator. Y'all laughed when bro died, when your bro died, turned to a cry."
Wait, what? Hold on, bro. How the fuck you mean you thought your bitch was cheating, but it was a vibrator? What? How can you confuse a vibrator with your girl cheating, bro? Like I don't be, Durk be saying some questionable lyrics where I don't understand. Like, I be like, what the fuck you mean, bro? How the fuck you confuse a vibrator for your bitch cheater, bro? Your ass be saying some slow ass shit, Durk. Or maybe I'm slow for not understanding, bro. Do y'all understand what the fuck that mean?
Crybaby. Jumped out on both sides with a 4-5, that boy can't hide, can he? And then a snippet from an unreleased track. Fans tied this Durk line to the situation. "Y'all play like you ain't who we spanked back in the summertime. Spanked him late, but Get Back ain't got a date cause he ain't come outside." The rumors about Durk paying the 60s to take out Quando cooled off for a while. But then Brick Baby dropped the track Not Enough and raps, "We charge a quarter for a pack, 100's not enough. The last nigga we turned into a pack, we got $1 million plus. The rumor going around was that Lil Durk offered Brick Baby $100,000 for the hit on Lil Pop. So while not enough, Brick Baby might be responding to the rumors and saying $100,000 isn't enough to take him out and that you need at least $1 million. Right after King Von was killed, there was another rumor going around that there was a $1 million hit out on Quando Rondo.
You see, and what I don't understand about these goofy rappers and shit, why the fuck you just said you just got mad on live? Oh, don't play with my name. God, I didn't do that. I didn't do, me and my crew ain't do nothing like that. But then you make subliminal raps like that, implying that you did the shit, bro. Like, that's what I don't understand about these fucking rappers, bro. That shit just don't be making sense to me, bro. They be motherfucking, what's that shit called, bro? Man, you know what that shit called, gang. Hypocritical and shit.
YouTuber named Truth Teller made a video where he said he talked to a bunch of people in Chicago, Georgia, and Baton Rouge, and that apparently they all said the BDs put together $1 million for anyone who could take out Quando Rondo. Quando himself has even raps about having money on his head, so the rumor might not be that crazy. Some fans think that on Not Enough, Brick Baby's talking about getting the $1 million that was meant for Quando after taking out Lil Pop. Brick Baby also said on No Jumper that people can't say Durk didn't slide for Von anymore.
I ain't gonna cap to you, man. I'm not giving motherfuckers $1 million if they didn't get who I wanted to get. Like, yeah, you got his homie or whatever, so you probably get a little cut, but I'm not giving you the full amount, gang. And you didn't get, you didn't kill who I wanted you to. You didn't get who I wanted you to get, gang. And you think you not getting no million, bro? You didn't complete the job, bro. The meal was on motherfucking Quando Rondo, so really anything else, bro, you're not supposed to be getting paid, bro. You lucky if you get that, bro. That's what I do. That's what I do though.
Anymore after Lil Pop was killed, hinting that the murder was related to Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo also name-dropped Brick Baby in the song when he talks about the Lil Pop murder. On the song Most Wanted from his collab tape with Lil Tim, Splash Bros, Quando raps, "It's time to make the scope 200. They got one down on my gang." On the other phone, like I was from where, I had to laugh at Brick Baby. All out of Scat Pack, this for Fat Fat. RIP them Brick Babies. LA niggas with the same bandana on. California got real what? Show them what Savannah on. All out the car, this shit for Pop. I want that hammer that is throwing them on. That bar is a pretty direct shot. It seems like Quando really thinks Brick Baby has something to do with Pop's murder. It sounds like he's saying the score is 1-1 after King Von and Pop were killed, and even says he's about to show California what type of time Savannah is really on. So it seems like there were problems between Quando and Brick Baby. But a few weeks after the tape dropped, Quando did an interview with Brick Baby on No Jumper. Brick Baby broke down his lyrics on Not Enough and says the fans misinterpreted it.
Now you want to break down the lyrics. When it first happened, a motherfucker said that I got paid $100,000. Whatever the case is, hey, I'm not shooting shit for $100,000. That's what the song was about. The world go. The world. That's what I said, nigga. The last nigga we turned the pack.
I ain't gonna cap to you. This is why I say Brick Baby be doing some goofy ass shit, bro. You saying all this shit about Quando Rondo, this, that, and the third. Lil Yo Peoples. Why is you even doing a live with him? Why is you doing an interview with folks, bro? Like, you shouldn't be doing no calls with him. None of that shit, gang. Be like, nah, bro, I ain't finna talk to folks' ass.
Like, we got $1 million plus. Nobody spent $1 million on no shit like that to not hit they man. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real.
So Brick was trying to clear his name, not take credit for anything. Quando also admitted that the song was old and he wasn't actively trying to diss Brick Baby. But Quando also said that he's not waving the white flag either.
The song for sure old. Ain't like a waving no white. You feel me? A nigga ain't waving no white flag or nothing like that.
Some fans thought Durk sent a subliminal shot at Quando about having his own gang take him out too. After Quando and Youngboy started dissing when Von died, Durk clapped back with the track Aha and raps, "Don't respond to shit with Von. Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, you tripping, go get your gun." Durk allegedly raps about the shooting in Georgia back in 2021 when one of Quando's homies got hit in the hand when he rapped, "Trigger happy, I'll be with Zoo and them and we on 4-6. They like, Durk, his ass a singer, he won't smoke shit. You can believe whatever you want, I got your folks hit." Some fans also thought Durk allegedly warned Quando he could get the 60s to hit him up and raps, "Switches on me, all face shots, we changing dental plans. All fast cars, make a skirt, we don't do rental vans. I can have your homie set you up. His ass a middleman. Quando even said he thought someone from Crenshaw killed Pop. And on the track Long Live Pop, he said, I think somebody out Crenshaw ran down and hit my man up. There's no evidence that Lil Durk or Brick Baby was really involved with the situation though. And it turns out that Quando might not have even been the one who the shooters were trying to take out. When the news first broke that Lil Pop had been killed, everyone just assumed that Quando was the target and Pop got caught up in the situation. Quando had a lot of heat on him after Von died, so the story made sense. But Pop had his own issues in the streets. There's not a lot of info about the work Pop was putting in, but rumors say he was really active in the streets. He was fighting the RICO in 2 other cases before he died, and it turns out he might have caused a situation that led to the shooting. According to one of Pop's alleged family members, Lil Pop actually ran off on a plug out in LA, and that's why he was killed. They said that Quando didn't have anything to do with it, and that's why he didn't get hit up. According to some sources, the shooters walked right up to Lil Pop and killed him, but didn't even take a shot at Quando, which makes way more sense if Pop was the guy they were actually.
So niggas doing all that bapping like they did it, bro. And they didn't have, you see, this is what I be saying, bro. Motherfuckers be bapping, bro. This is why motherfuckers don't take Brick Baby seriously, bro. His ass song about, motherfuckers can't say that no more. They said they did that shit because he robbed someone in LA. What? Why niggas be bapping? All that capping and shit, man. What be going on with y'all niggas?
Actually trying to take out. Pop was also allegedly heavy in the streets back when only the mob was going to war with the 2X gang in Savannah. Pop made it out of that situation alive and got to see his homie become one of the hottest rappers in the game. But instead of hopping in the booth like Quando, Pop allegedly kept both feet in the trenches and ended up getting killed over it. It's not clear who actually pulled the trigger on Lil Pop or if he was actually the target or not. But losing one of his best friends isn't the only issue Quando is facing right now. After Pop died, Quando said he was throwing down his Crip flag, but that didn't matter to the cops. Back in June 2023, Quando and 18 other dudes got hit with a RICO case in Georgia, and the cops accused him of being a leader of the Rolling 60s in Savannah. Quando got out on bond, but then just a month later, he was arrested again after he allegedly overdosed and crashed his.
Wait. Do y'all think maybe that's the reason why he dropped his white flag? Because he knew they was trying to hit him with being a gang leader? So he tried to, play that role like he dropped the flag, bro. Think about it, bro. They just said they trying to hit him with the gang leader, bro. So what if he did that shit? What if he did that shit because, you feel me, he ain't want them to, you feel me, say he the gang leader, and they still did it?
His whip. Quando got lucky and was let go again. But then his situation got way worse. In December 2023, the FBI got involved and put Quando and his homies, Lil D, Stro, and Hollywood on federal gun charges. Quando pled not guilty in the Fed case, but if either of the situations go left for him, he could end up spending decades in prison. Quando linked up with Youngboy and could have taken the whole team out of the streets, but unfortunately, that's not how it went.
Yep. Well, y'all hear that shit. That's the end of that, man. If you ain't fucking with this video, I know your ass gonna fuck with another motherfucking video. But if you stayed through to watch this video, I know you fuck with this video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on them post notifications so you never miss out on this motherfucking content, man. Now time to go on to the next video. I'm finna go get me something to drink real fast. Hey, man, if y'all leave out this shit, bro, I'm gonna bug up, bro. I'm just finna get something to drink, bro. Don't do me like this, gang. Don't do me like this, Brody. Man, fuck the 2 people that left, bro. When I be on, don't come back in my life. I don't fuck with you. Damn. Oh, shit, man. My body's starting to get tired. Gotta see it through, though. Gotta make at least 3 more. Cause then I gotta get up and do some more tomorrow. I'm trying to find a video to react to. Y'all got any motherfucking, you feel me, requests and shit, alright?
Deshaun Watson.
He used to be that guy. Now he's not that guy. You know who the fuck we talking about? Not no rapper, not no YouTuber. We talking about a motherfucking football player. Who? Deshaun motherfucking Watson. The motherfucker that the Browns paid a whole bunch of money to just to be ass. Just to be ass. Doo-doo garbage. So what we finna see? What the fuck? The downfall of this motherfucker right here. Y'all know for the most part what he did. He like to get massages and shit. Y'all gonna hear the rest.
Watson was called the Michael Jordan of football. He looked like the next great NFL quarterback after just his rookie season. But then he lost it all. After a criminal investigation and over 20 civil lawsuits, Watson went from one of the best quarterbacks in the league to possibly the very worst. Back in 2015, Deshaun Watson first caught the attention of NFL scouts. It was his sophomore year at Clemson, and he was coming back from an ACL tear. That season, he led the Tigers to a 12-0 regular season record and a #1 ranking in the AP poll.
12-0. 12-0. But I ain't gonna cap to you, man. All them motherfucking niggas that get drafted to the NFL be raw as hell in college, bro. That's why they get drafted to the motherfucking NFL. Let's be real. Even the most asses motherfuckers in the NFL, them there was the rawest nigga in motherfucking college, bro. So, dude, that college shit really matter, bro? Does it really matter? I mean, to a certain extent, yeah.
For his outstanding play, he was named a Heisman finalist and came in 3rd place for the award. Clemson made it all the way to the national championship game that year, but they ultimately lost versus #2 Alabama. Despite the loss, Deshaun showed the world he was a star in the making. Versus Alabama's defense that was considered the best in the country, Watson had 478 total yards, which broke the record for the most ever in a national championship game. So expectations were high for Deshaun heading into his junior year. Many felt if he played like he did the previous season, he would be the first quarterback off the board come draft day. Well, Watson ended up playing even better than his sophomore year that season. He passed for over 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns. Yet again, he was named a Heisman finalist, but came in 2nd for the award behind Lamar Jackson. After crushing Ohio State 31-0 in the college football playoff semifinal, Clemson was headed back to the national.
I mean, you can't be mad if you lose the Heisman to Lamar Jackson. Like, Lamar Jackson is really the league motherfucking MVP. Gang, I'm coming to Chicago. What y'all expect? Chicago is not that bad, bro. It's actually pretty peaceful. Stay downtown. Don't be in the hoods, and you're gonna be good, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Championship game. And their opponent, you guessed it, was Alabama yet again. By the 2nd quarter, the Tigers found themselves down 14-0. Deshaun Watson then stepped up and led a handful of scoring drives. But with just over 2 minutes remaining, Bama got into the end zone to take a 3-point lead. So with 2 minutes and 1 second left, Deshaun Watson and the Clemson offense trotted onto the field. Watson made clutch throw after clutch throw and got the Tigers down to the Crimson Tide's 9-yard line with just 14 seconds left. Then, with 3 seconds remaining, he hit Hunter Renfrow for the game-winning touchdown.
Deshaun was really that guy, bro, and it's crazy, bro, because I really had high expectations for bro. And listen, let's get this out the way, bro. I don't really know too much about sports. If I sound slow as hell talking about football, bro, it's because I don't know shit about football. I just watch this shit because like the sport. I don't really know too much about it for real.
Watson couldn't have played much better in that game. He had 420 passing yards, 4 total touchdowns, and of course, an insanely clutch game-winning drive. It seemed like he was a lock to be the first quarterback drafted come April. Until he wasn't. UNC's Mitch Trubisky started to generate buzz as the class's possible QB1, and Texas Tech's Patrick Mahomes was rising up many's draft board. Questions started to arise about Watson during the pre-draft process. Some scouts thought he lacked arm talent. He wasn't always very accurate with his throws, and his arm was on the weaker side. They also believed Watson had pretty poor vision, which resulted in trouble working through his progressions. And finally, some scouts felt he had no pocket presence.
Well, can't you wear like glasses, bro? Don't they got glasses that you can wear if a motherfucker got bad vision? Come on, bro. I know bad vision don't play too much up in that shit, bro. Let's be real now, bro. Niggas can wear glasses and shit.
He was a very confusing prospect because in college he got results and was a winner, but some questioned if his style of play would translate to the NFL. When draft day arrived, Mitch Trubisky was selected 2nd overall by the Bears and Patrick Mahomes was taken 10th overall by the Chiefs. So out of the top 3 quarterback prospects in the draft, Watson was the only
Man, taking motherfucking Mike Trubisky over motherfucking Patrick Mahomes is so diabolical, bro. Like, this shit, like the Bears, so diabolical. But luckily, man, Caleb, I didn't think he was going to be that guy. But he might be that guy for my city to be back on top where they belong. Fuck is you talking about? Oh, shit.
One left in the green room. But then the Texans traded up for the Browns' 12th overall pick, and with the selection, they drafted Deshaun Watson. Watson entered his rookie season as veteran Tom Savage's backup. But that didn't last long. During the first game of the season, Houston found themselves down 19-0 at halftime. Savage was then benched and Watson was put into the game. Heading into week 2, Deshaun was named the team's new starting QB. And in his first ever NFL start, he led the Texans to a win. 2 weeks later, in week 4, he scored 5 total touchdowns, which tied the NFL rookie record for the most in a single game. After this performance, he was named not just the AFC Rookie, but the AFC Player of the Week. In the very next game, Deshaun yet again scored 5 total touchdowns. He was on an absolute tear. There was now a ton of hype surrounding him, and he was looking like a lock to win the Rookie of the Year award. The Texans were 3-3 heading into a huge Week 8 matchup versus the Seahawks. Watson played absolutely out of his mind in this game. He was making all the throws. It was highlight after highlight. He had over 400 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 67 rushing yards. The Texans ultimately lost after Seattle scored a last-second game-winning touchdown, but Watson shattered yet another record during this game. His 4th touchdown pass in this one was his 16th for the month of October, which broke the record for the most passing touchdowns by a rookie.
I got a question. Do y'all think just because folks says had all that shit going on and he wasn't able to, like, you know, be in the NFL and really play games and shit, that he got trash? Do y'all think that made the reason why he became trash? Do y'all think Deshaun will actually still be a good football player if all them shits didn't happen, he still was able to play, you know, his whole the whole, you know, NFL career without all that shit, taking a long-ass break due to his freaky-ass allegations?
In a calendar month. After that game, Watson was named the AFC Rookie and the AFC Player of the Month. Deshaun was looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but then it all came crashing down. 4 days after the game versus Seattle, Watson suffered a non-contact injury in practice. Testing soon revealed that the rookie had torn his ACL, which abruptly ended his record-breaking season. The following season, Watson looked like the quarterback we saw before the season-ending injury. After starting the year 0-3, Deshaun led the Texans on a 9-game win streak. The team finished the regular season with an 11-5 record, which won them the AFC South. So Deshaun was set to make his first playoff start against the last seed Indianapolis Colts. In that one, Watson was under heavy duress. He was sacked 3 times and hit an additional 8. He finished the game by completing just 59% of his passes for 235 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. The Texans lost 21-7, which ended their season. Watson finished his first full season in the league by completing 68% of his passes for 4,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. On the ground, he ran for an additional 500 yards and 5 scores. After putting up these impressive numbers, he was named to his first Pro Bowl. In 2019, Watson led Houston to the AFC South title for the 2nd year in a row. In the wildcard round, the 4-seed Texans were slated to host the 5-seed Bills. Just like the previous year, Deshaun was under heavy duress. In the 3rd quarter, Houston found themselves down 16-0. After a handful of scoring drives led by Watson, the game was knotted at 19 with no time left in regulation. So to OT they went. The Bills got the ball first, but didn't score, so when the Texans got the ball back, all they needed was a field goal to win. Deshaun then avoided 2 sacks at once and completed the pass that set up the game-winning field goal. The Texans were now headed to Kansas City to take on the 2-seed Chiefs in the divisional round. Houston started the game with a bang and was up a whopping 24-0 in the 2nd quarter. But then Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs came to life and were up 28-24 at halftime. Things fell all the way apart for the Texans in the 2nd half. It was a mess. The defense couldn't get a stop, Deshaun was missing throws, and the team only scored 7 points.
I ain't gonna cap to you, man. When you going against the Chiefs, man, I don't think you can win, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you, man. I'll be wanting the Chiefs to win. I'll be wanting the Chiefs to lose, bro. I really be hating on the Chiefs. I feel lots of motherfuckers just hate on the Chiefs, man. I want to see anybody win except for the Chiefs, bro. As long as the Chiefs don't win, bro, I don't care who win, bro. At this point, I'm just tired of seeing the Chiefs winning, bro. I'm pretty sure everybody else is too.
Points. The Chiefs went on to win 51-31. This loss marked the beginning of the end for a Texans team that had so much promise. That offseason, Houston traded star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals for a 2nd-round pick and a running back David Johnson. This was a move that shocked everyone. How could the Texans trade one of their best players and get so little in return? It made 0 sense. However, the team made sure their franchise quarterback wouldn't be going anywhere. They gave Watson a 4-year, $177.5 million deal, which was the 2nd biggest in NFL history at the time. But the 2020 season didn't get off to a good start for Watson or the Texans. The team started the year 0-4, which resulted in head coach / GM Bill O'Brien being fired. Ultimately, the Texans ended the year with a pitiful 4-12 record. But somehow, during this disaster, Watson put together statistically the best season of his career. He completed 70% of his passes for 4,800 yards, which was the most in the league, by the way, 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. However, after the season ended, Deshaun Watson requested a trade. Guys, I want to take a quick second to thank some people that have really helped the channel get where it is today, and that is the folks at Underdog. Underdog was one of the very first sponsors on this channel, and I'm super excited to announce I'm going to be partnering with them again for this NFL season. If you guys sign up using my promo code SheGotSports, you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. You guys know I already love playing Pick'em on there. It's super simple. You just gotta pick higher or lower. But their fantasy drafts are super underrated because you can do drafts for a single game in a single week or just Sunday in any specific week, like week 3. And since I've had so much fun playing fantasy football against you guys on Underdog in the past, I'm going to make a private draft for this Sunday, week 3. It's first come, first serve. When it fills up, the draft will start. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to play head-to-head with me and a few other subscribers. The quarterback was upset with the direction of the franchise and wanted out. Why? Well, a few things happened throughout the year that disgruntled Watson. First, he was annoyed that the team traded away his #1 wide receiver. Then he was upset that the team didn't initially request to interview Chiefs offensive coordinator.
That shit was dumb as hell for them to trade away DeAndre Hopkins. And then they said for a 2nd-round pick and a running back, I don't even know who the fuck they is. That shit crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Diabolical, bro. That shit was some goofy shit. But really, the Texans was just set up to fail, bro. They had a freaky-ass quarterback. They got rid of their receiver. They was just bound to lose.
Eric Bieniemy for their head coaching vacancy. And finally, he was angry that the team's owner, Cal McNair, didn't listen to his opinions when hiring new GM Nick Caserio. Despite the QB formally requesting a trade, the Texans refused to negotiate a possible trade with other teams. They weren't open to letting their franchise quarterback leave. But then, just a few weeks later, news broke that no one could have expected. On March 16th, 2021, a civil lawsuit was filed by a Houston massage therapist that alleged Watson sexually assaulted her during a session in 2020. After the news broke, Watson made this statement. As a result of a social media post by a publicity-seeking plaintiff's lawyer, I recently became aware of a lawsuit that has apparently been filed against me. I have not yet seen the complaint, but I know this: I have never treated any woman with anything other than the utmost respect. The plaintiff's lawyer claims that this isn't about money, but before filing suit, he made a baseless six-figure settlement demand, which I quickly rejected. Unlike him, this isn't about money for me. It's about clearing my name, and I look forward to doing that. However, over the next few weeks, over 20 additional women came forward and filed lawsuits against.
Man, and it's crazy because it seems like once one female do it, ain't making it out the hood, just get a job. Bonkers already out the hood, dumbass. But it seems like every time when someone get an allegation put out on them, everybody else just start coming out, oh, he did this, oh, he did that. Even with the Diddy shit, and it's like, bro, why y'all wait so long to say this shit? Like, this shit is fucking diabolical, bro. And motherfuckers don't know if it's true or not. But it's just, it do seem a little bit off when everybody just starts saying the shit as soon as one person say the shit, in my opinion.
Watson for sexual misconduct. As the lawsuits by these massage therapists stacked up, Deshaun said he only hired about 40 different therapists during his 5 seasons in Houston. But a report surfaced that from fall 2019 to spring 2021, just a 17-month span, Watson hired 66 different therapists. So here's what Watson was doing. He was going around messaging less experienced and smaller massage therapists and scheduling an appointment with them. What's even crazier is when booking these appointments, Watson made it seem like he was doing them a favor. Like this Instagram DM here, when he was trying to find a time to schedule with this therapist, he said, just trying to support black businesses. Also, Watson didn't always use licensed massage therapists. He reached out to personal trainers and estheticians for massages. When they told him they didn't specialize in massages, he said, no, that's fine, I still want you to do it anyway. This is what happened when he was questioned.
Bro, so you telling me your freaky ass is out here just going out here just asking random females to do massages? Like, I ain't gonna cap to you, I'm pretty sure you could find women that want to do things with you. But you out here trying to get massage, I don't know, maybe he got a massage fetish or some shit, I don't know.
Specifically about that during his deposition. Question, did you even ask her what her experience level was? Deshaun, no sir, that wasn't a priority. Question, right, you didn't care, did you? Deshaun, that wasn't a priority, I just wanted a massage. Question, you didn't care what her skill level was, correct? Deshaun, that wasn't a priority. Question, you didn't care whether she was properly trained? Deshaun, that wasn't my priority, sir. Like what? You are an athlete. Your body being healthy and your body being able to perform at its peak is what allows you to make millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. Why wouldn't you care that the person massaging your muscles knows how to do it or not? Like, I feel like that would be a huge priority. I'm not gonna really dive into what Watson was doing during these appointments because, you know, I want to keep it appropriate. But let's just say he was trying to force women to do things they didn't want to do. There's a ton of articles out there. If you want to see exactly what was going on, you could look it up and you could find a ton of information on it. After one session, Deshaun said to a therapist, quote, I know you have a career and reputation, and I know you would hate for someone to mess with yours, just like I don't want someone messing with mine. In late 2020, a different massage therapist posted screenshots of messages and a Cash App receipt from Watson and wrote the caption, quote, I could really expose you. Deshaun told the Texans head of security about this Instagram post, and as a result, he gave Watson NDAs. I'm not saying the Texans gave him these NDAs because they knew what was going on and were trying to help him cover it up. That's not what I'm saying, I'm just noting it. And And a lot of celebrities use NDAs for everyday things. It's a common thing if you're a big celebrity to have people sign NDAs. Also, during his deposition, Watson testified under oath that Ashley Solis, the first woman to come forward, was teary-eyed at the end of the session, but that he didn't know why. He said, quote, "I don't know. Like I told you at the beginning of this depo, I'm still trying to figure out why we in the situation we are in right now. Why I'm talking to you guys. Why you guys are interviewing me. I don't know. Do not know."
Nigga, your ass know. You out here doing that freaky shit trying to live your little massage therapist fantasies. Instead of playing football and getting millions of dollars. Like, I don't know what be wrong with these famous motherfuckers. Like, they get all this money and shit, then they like, oh, fuck it, let me throw it all away to do some freaky-ass weird shit.
A criminal investigation was then started by the Houston Police Department. Throughout this controversy, Watson insisted that he still wanted to be traded, but no one even knew if he would be allowed to play during the upcoming season. So that April, with their third-round pick, the Texans drafted quarterback Davis Mills. This signaled to a lot of people that the Texans didn't feel Watson would be playing for them in 2021. And this turned out to be true. Deshaun was ruled out for every game Houston played that season for, quote, non-injury reasons / personal matter. But this didn't stop teams from wanting to trade for him. The Miami Dolphins were rumored to have strong interest in trading for the QB before the trade deadline that November. Ultimately, a deal didn't get done, and Deshaun stayed a Texan for the remainder of the season. Fast forward to March 2022,
I ain't gonna cap to you, man. I wouldn't want to sign nobody with all them allegations and shit going on, because it's like, bro, it's like, it's a chance that I will pay all this money just for your ass to end up going to jail or this, that, and the third. And then you just end up wasting money, man. And then this nigga end up being ass. What make it even worse? Like, you was a fucking weirdo that's doing all this creep shit, and you motherfucking weak as hell at football.
A grand jury declined to indict Watson on criminal charges. Even though he still faced 22 civil lawsuits, more teams became interested in trading for him since he was cleared of the criminal charges. The Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Browns all submitted trade offers to the Texans for Watson. But the thing is, Houston didn't really control where he went. Watson's contract had a no-trade clause, so out of the teams that submitted a trade offer for him, he could pick which one he wanted to go to. In the end, he opted to go with the Cleveland Browns, since they offered him a 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract, which was the most guaranteed money ever given.
Fully guaranteed? Oh my God, bro. Like, he like when you give him guaranteed, he don't even gotta care to even try. Do he really gotta try, bro? He already secured the bag. What the fuck he really gotta do something for?
To a player in NFL history. Cleveland also made a sneaky move to lure the QB to them. They structured the deal so Watson got the least amount of money he possibly could during the first year of his contract, then backloaded all the other money to the remaining 4 years of the deal. Why did they do this? Well, they knew Watson getting suspended was a real possibility, and when a player is suspended, they don't get paid their game checks. So to ensure Deshaun lost the least amount of money possible during his suspension, they made his game checks for that year as small as they could. Since Watson was a free agent, a trade still had to be executed. So on top of all that guaranteed money, the Browns sent 3 first-round picks and multiple mid-round picks to the Texans. Some Browns fans were super happy about the trade. Others were upset by it, not just because of the allegations against Watson, but also because of how much they had to give up to land him. Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick, had been the Browns quarterback for the past few seasons. He loved Cleveland and led the team to their first playoff win in ages. He was someone who really helped turn the franchise around. But at this point, Watson was a better QB than Mayfield. So after the team signed Deshaun, they traded Baker to the Panthers. During Watson's Cleveland introductory press conference, the media asked a ton of questions about the allegations. Browns GM Andrew Berry just kept saying that we did our own research and we feel good about Deshaun as a person, but admitted the team didn't reach out to the 22 women who made the accusations because the team's attorneys advised them not to do so. During this same press conference, Watson still insisted that he didn't do anything wrong.
I don't have any regrets. Like I said before, the things that
you see, and it's fucked up if he really did this shit. Now, if he really did this shit, and he over here motherfucking acting like he didn't do the shit, talking about he don't have no regrets, That's fucked up. He a real fucked up motherfucker if that shit true. And I really think the shit might be true. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Are off the field right now that came up, caught me by surprise because I never did anything that these people are alleging.
Over the summer, news broke that Watson would be suspended for the first 6 games of the regular season. However, the NFL chose to appeal the suspension. You see, former judge Sue Lewis Robinson was tasked with figuring out how long Watson should be suspended. She felt 6 games was appropriate considering how long the league had suspended other players for similar acts. But the NFL wanted him suspended for more than 6 games. Roger Goodell wanted him out the whole season. Eventually, on August 18th, it was agreed upon by the NFL and the NFLPA that Watson would be suspended for the first 11 games of the 2022 season. After the suspension and settlement was made public, Watson said this.
I'm moving on with my career, with my life, and I'm continuing to stand on my innocence. Just because, settlements and things like that happen doesn't mean that a person is guilty for anything. I feel like the person has the opportunity to stand on his innocence.
On November 28th, Deshaun Watson's suspension ended, and he was set to play his first game of the season in Week 13 versus none other than the Houston Texans. It was going to be the first NFL game he played in exactly 700 days. During that game, Watson definitely looked like he hadn't stepped on the field in nearly 2 full years. He threw for just 131 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, and had the worst passer rating of his entire career. In the 6 games Deshaun started for the Browns in 2022, he went 3-3, completed 58% of his passes for 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Watson definitely didn't look like the QB the Browns traded for in 2022. But fans didn't freak out. They just figured he was rusty after not having played in so long. Entering 2023, the expectation was Deshaun would look like his old self again and Cleveland would make a playoff run. However, the first 2 weeks of the season were rough for the QB. In those 2 games, he completed just 55% of his passes for 389 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He had a bounce back performance in Week 3, but then everything went downhill. The week following that game, Deshaun was limited in practice with a shoulder contusion. Despite this, the QB told Cleveland.com that he expected to play in the team's upcoming game versus the Ravens. However, when game day arrived, Watson was ruled out with his shoulder injury. After the game, head coach Kevin Stefanski said Watson had hoped to play, but ultimately didn't feel comfortable doing so. Deshaun missed the team's next 2 games, but was set to start in Week 7. However, during that one, Watson aggravated his shoulder injury and was ruled out before the first half ended. He returned 2 weeks later and played in 2 games, but then fractured the bone in his throwing shoulder during a Week 10 win versus the Ravens. The fracture required surgery, which ended his season. So that brings us to this 2024 season. People felt Watson would be okay, a serviceable quarterback in 2024. No one was expecting him to be 2019-2020 Watson, but they thought he could be a solid game manager under center. Well, after Week 1, it doesn't seem like this is the case. Watson looked like legitimately one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, right there with Daniel Jones and Bryce Young. In the 3rd quarter of the Browns' Week 1 game versus the Cowboys, 22 of Cleveland's 44 offensive plays had gone for 0 or negative yards. So how did Watson go from looking like this to this? Well, I think it's a combination of things. One, the lawsuits and allegations definitely took a toll on him. He went from being seen as a hero to a villain. He was away from his teams for nearly 2 full seasons. He probably was and might still be an outcast. I have no idea what it's like inside the Browns locker room, but I'm curious to know what his teammates really think of him. Is he a guy they would want to be friends with outside of the facility, or do they just view him as a peer that they work with? I want to know what they really think. I'm not insinuating they don't like him. I'm just curious to know what they really think of him.
I mean, some motherfuckers I feel might not really fuck with folks says just because those allegations and shit. They gonna be like, I don't know. Folks is probably a weirdo. And I ain't trying to play with a weirdo. I ain't trying to be cool with him. At least if I gotta play with him, I can play with him because that's my job. But all that other shit, nah.
2. In Houston, the offense ran a ton of run-pass option plays and play action. It involved a ton of misdirection and getting Watson out of the pocket. Remember when he was coming out of college, scouts said he had poor pocket presence? Well, I think we're seeing that now in Cleveland. He's taken a lot of sacks. Yes, in part because the O-line was bad week 1, but also because he's not moving around as much. It looks like he lost a ton of his athleticism, and that's what allowed him to have so much success earlier in his career. In the past, opposing defenses were worried about him both running and throwing the ball. They had to play honest and couldn't sell out to stop one. Now teams don't really fear Watson as a runner. 3. His arm. Some people said he had a noodle arm coming out of college, and while I think that's an exaggeration, he didn't have the strongest arm. He didn't throw the ball with an insane amount of velocity. Coming off this shoulder surgery, his arm looks weak. It just looks straight up bad. It seemed like everything that once made him great has just vanished. On top of his extremely poor play, another woman has come forward in September 2024 and filed a suit against Watson for alleged sexual assault from an incident in 2020. To make matters even worse for Cleveland, the quarterback they traded away when they signed Watson, Baker Mayfield, has been balling out. He led the Buccaneers all the way to the divisional round of the playoffs in 2023. And oh yeah, he cost a lot less money and a lot less picks than Deshaun Watson. If you want a continuation of this video, check out this one I did here on Baker Mayfield and what happened to him after he was traded.
You see, and I was gonna bring up Baker Mayfield, and I was gonna say I know they shitty as hell because Baker Mayfield is actually doing good as hell with the Buccaneers and shit, and they out here motherfucking playing with the motherfucking freaky ass quarterback and shit, and it's like, man, I'd be mad as hell if I was the Browns. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you ain't fucking with this video, I know your ass gonna fuck with another fucking video. But if you watch this whole video, I know you fucking with this video. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you won't miss out on any of these videos. You feel me? Now let's go on to the next shit. You know, I gotta say the intros and shit because you know I'm posting these shits on YouTube, bro. So you know y'all really just watching me do a reaction live, bro. So I get treated like a regular video, saying the intros and all that shit. Y'all fuck with the football videos? Y'all fuck with the football videos? If y'all fuck with the football videos, it seemed like y'all was fucking with it. So, we are doing another football video.
Elusive, blazing speed, out of this world athleticism.
Everybody called him a motherfucking running back. They said, oh, he not built to be a quarterback. He ain't good enough to be a quarterback. He need to be a receiver. He need to be this. He need to be that. They want her to be everything but a motherfucking running back. A quarterback. But guess what? He proved all his haters wrong time and time again. I'm pretty sure y'all already know who the fuck we talking about. Lamar motherfucking Jackson. So let's get into it, man. You can never hate. We will not tolerate no Lamar Jackson slander in this motherfucking video.
Elusive, blazing speed, out of this world athleticism. Terms often used to describe top wide receivers and running backs in the NFL. Lamar Jackson possesses all of these traits as a quarterback. Aspects that could be viewed as a positive cast a doubt on his ability to play the position in the NFL. Despite this, Lamar Jackson has won 2 MVPs as an NFL quarterback, which for him was just another step in proving his doubters wrong. Doubters that at every level of his football journey told him he wasn't meant to play quarterback. So let's go back to the beginning. Our story begins in Pompano Beach, Florida on January 7th, 1997, when Felicia Jones and Lamar Jackson Sr. welcomed in a baby boy, Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr. In a poverty-stricken area, Lamar's upbringing was anything.
And y'all know that boy, I don't know if we're going to bring it up, but that boy Lamar Jackson was cool with Kodak Black. You feel me? So you know he really from the trenches, man. They knew each other from way back.
But easy. To make matters worse, tragically when Lamar was just 8 years old, his father passed away on the same day as his grandmother's death. This left Felicia Jones a single parent to care for Lamar and his 3 younger siblings. This day shaped who Lamar Jackson would eventually become, as he recounts.
Losing my father and my grandma on the same day, it hurt me. I wanted to cry real bad, but my mom was a real soldier because I was going to be the baby, the female that day. But she told me, she said, Lamar, do not cry. I remember that for the rest of my life. So every time when certain things don't go my way or this and that don't happen, I just own up to it and just be a...
Now that shit is pretty fucked up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't gonna cap to you, though. It seems like everybody that gets success and fame, bro, they always have, like, some fucked up shit that happen to them. It's like, you gotta have the bad happen to you for some good to happen. And it's crazy. That's how the world be, man. But I know, you know how that shit be, man.
The man about the situation.
Growing up in Pompano Beach, Lamar was surrounded by a community that loved football. However, the future MVP didn't want to play initially. It was his mother who signed him up at 8 years old, and when Lamar touched the field, it was clear that he was different. Instantly, he would score touchdowns and have the ability to outrun everybody on the field in his first season. This quickly changed Lamar's mind about the game, and he wanted to play more than ever. In Pop Warner, Lamar was exposed to other talented athletes around Florida, even playing against his future NFL teammate Marquise Brown. Not only that, but his mother saw so much potential in her son. She would become more than just a mother to Lamar. She was his coach, his mentor, and his biggest fan with unwavering belief in his abilities. At home, she ran drills with Lamar and his brother, even playing herself to help improve their skills. These drills would last for up to an hour after his regular football practice, with Felicia even...
I ain't gonna cap to you, man. I know he love the shit out of his mama. He got a real nigga mama, bro. Cause lots of mamas wouldn't be going out there doing that shit, bro. That's more of a dad thing to do, you feel me? But she stepped up and did her shit, man. You know me, I ain't really had no dad to know when to play sports with me and do all that shit, you know. I was just, my mama wasn't gonna do that shit.
Buying a 300-pound tire for Lamar to flip across the backyard. She said to Lamar, "I won't tell you to do something that I can't do," as she flipped the tire across the backyard herself. These extra workouts began to separate him from the rest of his peers as he entered high school. Initially attending Santa Cruz for his first 2 years, he transferred to Boynton Beach High School where his talents began to attract attention. But it wasn't just his physical abilities that set him apart. It was his work ethic and his drive to prove himself. Lamar was a dual-threat quarterback, allowing him to showcase both his arm and his legs. During his junior and senior years, he threw for 2,263 yards and 31 touchdowns while rushing for 1,624 yards and 22 touchdowns. His performances on the field were electric, drawing comparisons to one of the greatest dual-threat quarterbacks to ever play the game. Michael Vick was Jackson's favorite player growing up, and this inspired him to play the position in the same way that his idol did. Before Lamar Jackson became a household name, he went viral.
So that's why he got the number 7, because he wanted to be like Michael Vick. I didn't even peep that shit. But shit, his ass is compared to Michael Vick. And the crazy part about it, bro, I did not know this was Lamar Jackson in this clip till he actually got in the NFL.
With this incredible juke on a touchdown run. Despite his success on the field, Lamar was often overlooked by college recruiters, only being rated as a 3-star recruit in his senior season. Many doubted his ability to play quarterback at the next level, suggesting he might be better suited at other positions. He received offers from schools such as Florida, Auburn, Louisville, and Clemson. However, many of these schools weren't interested in him playing just quarterback. Schools were asking him to play a variety of other positions such as running back, wide receiver, and even defensive back. But Lamar had always seen himself as a quarterback, and he wasn't about to let anyone tell him otherwise. In the face of skepticism, he remained focused on his goal to become an NFL quarterback. He ultimately chose to attend the University of Louisville because of head coach Bobby Petrino, who had made a promise to both Lamar and his mother that he was only going to play him as a quarterback. His journey began in 2015 as a highly anticipated but somewhat unpolished freshman. Despite his immense potential, there were questions about how quickly he could adapt to the college game. However, it didn't take long for Lamar to start turning heads. From the very beginning, it was clear that Lamar had something special. Although he didn't start the season opener against Auburn, he saw playing time and quickly made an impression. Lamar showcased his incredible athleticism, rushing for 106 yards on just 16 carries. It was a glimpse of what was to come, and by By the third game of the season, he had earned the starting role. His first start came against Clemson, one of the top teams in the country. While Louisville narrowly lost the game 20-17, Lamar's performance was promising. His ability to make plays with his legs, even against a formidable defense, signaled that he was ready to take on a challenge of leading the Cardinals. As the season progressed, Lamar continued to grow into the role. He displayed a natural ability to extend plays, often turning what looked like a broken play into a positive gain. His dual threat capabilities made him a nightmare.
I ain't gonna cap to you, man, but lots of people be scared of getting those type of quarterbacks because it's like, just looking at how he moving and shit, it's like, man, when he get older, bro, it's when he get older, bro, because his body is what make him a special quarterback. Now, if he can't move like how he moving, will he still be an effective quarterback, you feel me? That's why motherfuckers be worried about them type of quarterbacks, because you see how Russell Wilson playing once his body ain't moving like how it's moving, because Russell Wilson, he was so good because he was able to move.
For opposing defenses as they struggled to contain his speed and agility. One of Lamar's breakout performances came in a mid-season game against Florida State. He would pass for 307 yards and 3 touchdowns. Lamar's ability to move the ball against a top-tier defense was a clear indication of his potential. His freshman season was not without its challenges. He struggled at times with accuracy and decision-making, as is typical for a young quarterback trying to adjust to the college level. The defining moment of Lamar's freshman year came in the Music City Bowl against Texas A&M. On a national stage, Lamar put on a show, leading Louisville to a thrilling 27-21 victory. He accounted for 453 total yards, including 227 passing and 2 touchdowns, as well as 226 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. It was a performance that earned him MVP honors and solidified his place as the team's future leader. By the end of his freshman year, Lamar had played in 12 games, starting 8 of them. He finished the season with 1,840 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and rushed for 960 yards and 11 touchdowns. These numbers are a testament to his versatility and explosive playmaking. Although still raw in many aspects, Lamar laid the foundation for what would become a remarkable college career. Heading into his sophomore season, Lamar was no longer just a talented prospect. He was the face of Louisville football, and the expectations were higher than ever. And the college football world is about to witness something truly special. Lamar Jackson's sophomore season in 2016 would go down as one of the most electrifying and historic campaigns in college football history. Lamar wasted no time establishing himself as one of the premier players in the nation. From the very first snap, it was clear that he had taken a significant leap forward, both as a passer and a leader. In the season opener against...
you, man, Lamar Jackson really is that nigga, bro. Because it's like he's still good at throwing. He just not as good as some people that specialize in throwing and shit. But he really raw as hell.
In Charlotte, Lamar delivered a performance that could only be described as jaw-dropping. In just the first half, he accounted for 8 touchdowns, 6 passing and 2 rushing, leading Louisville to a 70-14 victory. The very next week, Lamar faced Syracuse, where he continued his dominance. In a record-setting performance, he totaled 610 yards, including 411 passing yards and 199 rushing yards, with a total of 5 touchdowns.
I'm still stuck on the 70 points, gang. He got 70 points in the game, and that's crazy. Bro, he got that shit in real life. I have even got 70 points in Madden before. Maybe I'm just weak. Maybe I'm just weak at Madden, bro.
Even including a touchdown run where he hurdled a defender on his way to the end zone, becoming an instant highlight.
What a hurdle by Jackson! Highlight reel touchdown! Lamar Jackson does it again!
However, it was the Week 3 matchup against Florida State that truly put Lamar Jackson on a national map. The Seminoles entered the game ranked 2nd in the country, boasting one of the best defenses in college football. But Lamar was again unstoppable, leading Louisville to a stunning 63-20 upset. He would account for 5 touchdowns, 4 rushing and 1 passing, as he shredded the Florida State defense. The performance was so dominant that it catapulted Lamar to the front runner of the Heisman Trophy race. Throughout the season, Lamar continued to put up staggering numbers. He passed for over 3,500 yards and threw 30 touchdowns with just 9 interceptions. But what set him apart was his ability to run the football like a top-tier running back. Lamar rushed for 1,571 yards and 21 touchdowns touchdowns, becoming the first player in NCAA history to pass for over 3,000 yards and rush for over 1,500 in a single season. Lamar's ability to take over games, often single-handedly, became a weekly occurrence. No matter the opponent, Lamar consistently delivered performances that left fans and analysts in awe. By the end of the season, there was little doubt that Lamar would be invited to New York as a Heisman finalist. When it came time for the Heisman Trophy ceremony in December of 2016, Lamar headlined a group of finalists that included Clemson quarterback Deshaun Watson, Oklahoma quarterback Baker Mayfield, Michigan linebacker Jabril Peppers, and Oklahoma wide receiver D. Westbrook. Yet despite the impressive resumes of his fellow finalists, Lamar Jackson's season had been nothing short of historic. Everyone anxiously waited to hear who would receive the trophy.
The winner is Lamar Jackson of University of Louisville.
Lamar became the youngest player in history to win the Heisman Trophy at just 19 years old, capturing the award in a landslide victory. Lamar began his acceptance speech by thanking his mother, who had been with him every step of the way, from the playgrounds of Pompano Beach to the bright lights of New York City. His Heisman Trophy win was more than just a personal achievement. It was a moment of validation for a player who had been doubted at every turn. It was a statement that Lamar Jackson was not just a great athlete, but truly an elite quarterback, capable of leading a team to victory. After a historic sophomore year, he returned to the University of Louisville for his junior year in 2017. The expectations were sky high, and every defense he faced was determined to contain him. But Lamar was not one to back down from a challenge, ready to prove that his success was not a fluke. From the first game of the season, it was clear that Lamar had taken his game to an even higher level. In the opener against Purdue, he put on a clinic, passing for 378 yards and 2 touchdowns while rushing for 107. It was a statement performance to remind everyone how dangerous he could be with a football in his hands. As the season progressed, Lamar continued to dazzle both through the air and on the ground. His ability to make plays with his legs remained unmatched, but what stood out even more was his development as a passer. Not only his decision-making had improved, but also his accuracy and poise in the pocket took a significant leap. By the end of the season, he had passed for 3,660 yards and 27 touchdowns. He also rushed for
Bro, this nigga Lamar Jackson is really doing Madden stats in real life, bro. Bro, he real life a Madden player, bro. Like the shit that niggas be doing in Madden, Lamar Jackson do that shit in real life.
1,600 yards and 18 touchdowns. One of the standout games of Lamar's junior season came against North Carolina in Week 2. He would account for 525 total yards and 6 touchdowns, including 3 passing and 3 rushing.
Bro, imagine college football. If they dropped college football when Lamar Jackson and all them was motherfucking playing. That shit would have been raw as hell. But then they wouldn't have been in Madden, did. Damn, I didn't think about that. Never mind. I don't know.
His performance left no doubt that he was still one of the most electrifying players in college football, and it earned him national recognition as a repeat Heisman candidate. The Cardinals finished the season with an 8-4 record, a slight drop-off from the previous year's success. But Lamar's leadership and resilience were on full display throughout the season. Even when faced with adversity, he continued to put his team on his back, leading them to key victories and keeping them competitive in every game. Lamar's consistent excellence earned him a place as a finalist for the Heisman Trophy once again, making him the first player in school history to be named a 2-time finalist. Although he had finished 3rd in the voting, the recognition was a testament to his sustained dominance in college football. Beyond his Heisman race, Lamar received numerous accolades during his junior season. He was named the ACC Player of the Year for the 2nd consecutive season, and he earned first-team All-American honors. His performance also caught the attention of NFL scouts, who began to seriously consider his potential at the next level. Lamar's junior season concluded with a bowl game appearance in the Tax Slayer Bowl against Mississippi State. After the bowl game, Lamar announced that he would forego his senior season and declared for the 2018 NFL Draft. This is not surprising given his accomplishments and the buzz surrounding his potential in the NFL, but it was a bittersweet moment for Louisville fans who had witnessed one of the most remarkable careers in college football history. But despite his impressive resume, Lamar faced a familiar foe: doubt. Even after winning the Heisman Trophy and putting up record-breaking numbers at Louisville, NFL scouts, analysts, and executives questioned whether Lamar could succeed as a quarterback in the pros. From the moment Lamar declared for the draft, the narrative surrounding him was filled with skepticism. Despite his undeniable talent, several teams and analysts doubted his ability to transition into the NFL as a quarterback. Concerns were raised about his passing mechanics, his accuracy, and whether his play style could hold up against the faster and more physical defenses in the NFL. They questioned whether Lamar could effectively read complex NFL defenses, while others doubted his durability due to his reliance on running the football.
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. Really, bro? They just want a white quarterback. They want a white quarterback that's a Tom Brady ass motherfucker that sit in that pocket and know how to sling that ball across the field. That's what the fuck they want. They want a white motherfucker that sit in the pocket with a super good pocket presence that's mobile like a turtle. Mobile like a turtle. That sling that bitch, bro. That's what they want, bro. But that times is over with now, man. They need to get that shit out their head.
Football. Perhaps the most telling signs of doubt surrounding Lamar came in the form of suggestions that he could consider switching positions. Some NFL teams and prominent analysts openly proposed that Lamar would be better suited as a wide receiver or running back given his elite athleticism and speed. The idea was not only...
No, nigga. Think about it. Think about it, bro. It's all types of receivers and running backs that's athletic like Lamar Jackson. But it ain't no quarterbacks that's athletic like Lamar Jackson, bro. He'll be more deadly as a quarterback, bro, because it ain't no quarterbacks that's doing what he doing. But it's gonna be receivers and running backs that's moving and shit like how he moving. That's what make Lamar Jackson so special, bro. And think about it, he been training to be a quarterback. He might know how to move and do all this athletic shit, but he not good at catching. You feel me? It's like shit like that, bro. You gotta take other shit in consideration, bro. Just because a nigga athletic, bro, don't mean he need to be doing all these activities, bro.
Only insulting to Lamar, who had proven himself as a quarterback at the highest level of college football, but it also echoed the doubts and dismissals that he had faced throughout his life. Instead of entertaining the idea of switching positions, Lamar doubled down on his commitment to play quarterback. He famously declined to participate in wide receiver drills as well as the 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. His confidence and resolve were evident to those who watched him throw at his pro day, where he showcased his strong arm and improved mechanics. But doubts would still persist as the draft approached. As the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft unfolded, quarterbacks were flying off the board. Baker Mayfield went first overall to the Cleveland Browns, followed by Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen, all taken within the top 10 picks. But as the night wore on, Lamar remained...
All them people got picked over Lamar. And guess what? The only motherfucker that's close to talented like Lamar, really in the NFL, is Josh Allen. Of course, we could say Baker Mayfield is talented, but really, the nigga didn't really do too good. He did good for the Browns for a good minute, but then that nigga started moving very diabolical, bro, and that's why they got rid of his ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Baker doing good now. Now he doing good, but out of all them, like, who the fuck, Josh Rosen or whatever, I don't even know who the fuck Buddy is, and they chose him over Lamar Jackson, and I know he was raw as hell in college, woo, but now, do we know who the fuck this nigga is? No!
Undrafted. His name was still not called. For Lamar, it was a frustrating and humbling experience, but he remained patient. Finally, with the 32nd and final pick of the first round, the Baltimore Ravens had made a move that would alter the course of their franchise. They traded up to select Lamar Jackson, a bold decision that signaled their belief in his potential as a quarterback. Lamar
fucking love the fucking Ravens for that shit, bro, and I don't even like the Ravens. But it's like, bro, them doing some shit like that, bro, they some real niggas, and that's why Lamar Jackson doing what he doing for. And look, Lamar Jackson, look, we gotta make the screen big for this one, bro. Lamar Jackson is gonna give the Ravens a Super Bowl, bro. He gonna get them a Super Bowl, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. I don't think he gonna be one of those motherfuckers that just be a raw ass quarterback that always take his team to the playoffs and never get a ring. He gonna get a ring. I ain't gonna cap to you. I know it for sure.
Lamar's name was called, the emotion was palpable. It wasn't just a moment of triumph for him, it was a statement that he belonged among the best. Ravens general manager Ozzie Newsome and head coach John Harbaugh had seen something in Lamar that others had overlooked. They believed in his ability not only to succeed, but to thrive as an NFL quarterback. For Lamar, the draft process was a reminder of the doubts that had followed him throughout his career, but it was also the beginning of a new chapter, one in which he
I ain't gonna cap. That's gonna make him go even more crazier now. Cause think about it. If that was me, bro, all y'all bitch ass teams motherfucking wanna pick me. I went last in the first. I'm last in the first round, gang. I'm still the first round, but still went last. All y'all other teams went over me. Guess what? I'm finna put a belt to ass to all y'all teams, bro, and show y'all why y'all motherfuckers should have picked me on game.
would once again prove his doubters wrong. He would enter his rookie season with the Ravens in 2018 as a backup quarterback to veteran Joe Flacco. Despite being a first-round pick, Lamar was not expected to start right away. The Ravens were committed to Flacco, a Super Bowl MVP and season leader on the team, but they also knew they had something special waiting. As the season began, Lamar found himself in a role that required patience, learning from the sidelines while preparing for his opportunity. His first taste of NFL action came in a limited role, the Ravens introducing him gradually, often using him in specific packages designed to utilize his unique athleticism. He would enter games for just a few plays, running read options or design quarterback runs that gave defenses a different look. These plays, though limited, provided a glimpse of the dynamic threat Lamar could be at the next level. However, as the season progressed, the Ravens' fortunes began to wane. Joe Flacco struggled with injuries and inconsistency, and by week 9, the team's playoff hopes were slipping away. At the same time, Flacco suffered a hip injury that sidelined him. The Ravens made the decision that would define their season. They turned to Lamar Jackson as their starting quarterback and never looked back. Lamar's first start came in week 11 against the Cincinnati Bengals, and he made an immediate impact. The Ravens tailored their offense to suit Lamar's strengths, emphasizing the run game and using his speed to create mismatches. Lamar rushed for 119 yards in his debut, leading the Ravens to a 24-21 victory. It was a performance that not only energized the team, but also signaled the beginning of a new era in Baltimore. With Lamar at the helm, the Ravens transformed into a run-heavy offense and played to his strengths. Over the next 7 games, Lamar led the Ravens to a 6-1 record, revitalizing their season and propelling them into the playoff race.
I feel like, and the reason why Lamar Jackson did so good, bro, is because he with the Ravens, though. Because I feel like if Lamar Jackson would have got put on another team, I feel like, I don't know, Lamar Jackson would have been a bust, bro. They might have would have fucked Lamar Jackson talent up. I don't know. What y'all think, bro? I think the Ravens really actually was very suited for Lamar Jackson.
His ability to extend plays combined with his poise under pressure made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. While his passing numbers are modest, he finished the regular season with 1,201 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. His impact as a runner was undeniable. Lamar rushed for 695 yards and 5 touchdowns, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. The Ravens' success with Lamar accumulated in an AFC North division title and a playoff berth. At just 21 years old, Lamar became the youngest quarterback in NFL history to start a playoff game when the Ravens faced the Los Angeles Chargers in the wild card round. The game, however, was a challenging one for him. The Chargers defense...
See, Lamar Jackson really making history, bro. He was the youngest nigga to get Heisman, the youngest nigga to go to the playoffs, bro. And I don't think niggas gonna beat that. I don't think niggas gonna do it younger than Lamar.
Having already faced him in the regular season, adjusted their game plan and managed to stifle Lamar and the Ravens' offense. Baltimore fell behind early, and despite a late rally, they would ultimately lose 23-17. While the playoff loss was a disappointing end to the season, his rookie campaign was impressive. He had taken over a team that was on the brink of collapse and led them to the playoffs, all while transforming the way the Ravens played football. His ability to adapt to the NFL, lead his team, and make plays with both his arm and his legs left an incredible mark on the league. Despite being overlooked and doubted throughout the draft process, he had proven that he had the potential to succeed as a quarterback at the highest level. Lamar entered the 2019 NFL season with a lot more to prove. After a promising rookie year, questions still lingered about his ability to succeed as a full-time starting quarterback. Critics doubted whether his style of play, relying heavily on running, could be sustained over the course of a full season. From the very first game of the 2019 season, Lamar Jackson made a statement. In the opener against the Miami Dolphins, he delivered a performance that silenced critics and set the tone for the rest of the year. He threw for 324 yards and 5 touchdowns, completing 17 of 20 passes, and led the Ravens to a 59-10 victory. The performance was so dominant that Lamar famously quipped in a post-game interview.
Lamar, you said pretty much the whole offseason that you were going to throw the ball. Do you think you maybe proved to people that you were throwing the ball?
Probably not, but not bad for a running back.
As the season progressed, he continued to showcase his dual threat capabilities in ways that the NFL had rarely seen. Week after week, he dismantled defenses with a blend of precise passing and dynamic rushing that left opponents scrambling. By mid-season, Lamar was leading the MVP race, and the Ravens were emerging as one of the most feared teams in the league. One of his defining MVP moments came in Week 9 against the New England Patriots, who entered the game with an 8-0 record in the league's top-ranked defense. Lamar would torch them, passing for 163 yards and a touchdown while rushing for 61 yards and 2 more scores. The Ravens won 37-20, handing the Patriots their first loss of the season and solidifying Lamar's status as a legitimate MVP contender. Lamar's ability to make plays with his legs was nothing short of spectacular. He set the single-season rushing record for a quarterback with 1,206 yards, surpassing his childhood idol Michael Vick's previous mark of 1,039. But Lamar wasn't just a runner. He proved himself as an elite passer as well, throwing for 3,127 yards, 36 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. His ability to protect the football, make smart decisions, and deliver accurate passes combined with his game-changing speed would make him an absolute nightmare. The Ravens finished the regular season with a
I just feel like he's so good with the Ravens because the Ravens actually let him be a quarterback and who he wanted to be. All them other teams wanted him to be something that he not. So I feel they would have fucked up his talent, had him playing a certain style that he wasn't even trying to play and shit. And the Ravens, they really, utilized his talent and skills.
14-2 record, the best in the NFL, and earned the top seed in the AFC. Lamar's individual accolades poured in. He became the second youngest and only the second ever unanimous MVP in NFL history, joining Tom Brady in that exclusive club. Lamar had also led the league in touchdown passes, becoming the first player in NFL history to throw for more than 3,000 yards and rush for more than 1,000 in the same season. He was named to both the Pro Bowl and his first team All-Pro selection. Despite the historic regular season, the Ravens' playoff run ended in disappointment once again. In the divisional round, they were upset by the Tennessee Titans, who managed to contain Lamar and the Ravens' high-powered offense in a 28-12 defeat. Lamar threw for 365 yards and a touchdown and rushed for 143, but turnovers and missed opportunities had plagued the Ravens. The loss was a bitter end to an otherwise incredible season, but he not only proved that he could succeed as a quarterback in the NFL, he also redefined what success could look like for a quarterback. His unique blend of skills had made him the face of the franchise and one of the most exciting players to watch. After an MVP season in 2019, the expectations for Lamar and the Ravens were sky high heading into 2020. The pressure was on Lamar to not only replicate his previous success, but also take the next step, leading the Ravens to a deep playoff run and a potential Super Bowl appearance. While the 2020 season presented new challenges, Lamar once again proved that he was among the elite NFL quarterbacks. The season began with Lamar picking up right where he left off.
And it's crazy because they still was playing with Lamar Jackson top, bro. They was not trying to pay him that money. But they paying motherfuckers, but people like Deshaun Watson getting paid all this money and he wasn't even playing. But they playing with motherfuckers Lamar Jackson top. Like he did all this shit and they still tried to play with him. And not play like they didn't stop playing with my boy.
Lamar threw for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns, leading the Ravens to a dominant 38-6 victory over the Cleveland Browns. His passing was sharp and his decision-making continued to improve as he worked within a more balanced offensive approach. However, 2020 was far from smooth sailing. The Ravens faced several challenges, including injuries to key players and disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Lamar himself tested positive for the virus in late November, forcing him to miss the Week 12 game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which had been postponed multiple times due to an outbreak within the Ravens organization. Despite these obstacles, Lamar and the Ravens managed to stay in the playoff hunt. Lamar's running ability remained a cornerstone of the Ravens offense as he became the first quarterback in NFL history to rush over 1,000 yards in multiple seasons. He finished the year with 1,005 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns, while also passing for 2,757 yards and
this why y'all need a nigga like Lamar Jackson, bro. Because look, say y'all star receivers and shit go down and all that shit. You don't got a good running back, but you got Lamar fucking Jackson. You still gonna be good. You still gonna be good because you got a running back as a quarterback. And you got a quarterback as a running back. Let's go. That's why you need Lamar Jackson as quarterback.
26 touchdowns with 9 interceptions. Although his passing numbers were slightly down from his MVP season, Lamar continued to make critical plays when it mattered the most. They finished the regular season with an 11-5 record, earning a spot in the wild card round. In the wild card game, Lamar achieved a significant milestone by earning his first playoff victory. Facing off with the Tennessee Titans, the team that had eliminated the Ravens the previous year, Lamar led Baltimore to a 20-13 victory. He rushed for 136 yards, including a spectacular 48-yard touchdown run that swung momentum in the Ravens' favor. The win was a redemption moment for Lamar and a significant step forward in his young career. However, the Ravens' playoff run came to an end in the divisional round against the Buffalo Bills. In a tough defensive battle, Lamar was held in check by the Bills' defense and the Ravens lost 17-3. Lamar was forced to leave the game in the second half due to a concussion, further hampering Baltimore's chances. It was a disappointing end to the season that had promised so much, but Lamar's growth as a leader and competitor was evident. He entered the 2021 season with a renewed determination, ready to build on the progress he had made in the previous 2 years. With the Ravens once again seen as contenders, but as the season unfolded, it would prove to be one of the most challenging of Lamar's career, marked both by brilliant moments and significant adversity. The season started with Lamar delivering a series of thrilling performances.
You see, he the most funnest player to watch, bro. If you think about the most funnest players to watch, it's Lamar Jackson and motherfucking Patrick Mahomes, bro. Look at Lamar Jones. He always doing some crazy... I said Lamar Jones. That shit crazy as hell. He always doing some shit like this, bro. Some shit that motherfucker make you be like, damn, bro. I wish I could be like him. Like, not on no, I want to be him, but doing what Lamar Jackson doing on the field, bro. Can't no one sit here and say they don't want to do what Lamar Jackson doing.
In week 2, he led the Ravens to a dramatic 36-35 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that had been a thorn in Baltimore's side in recent years. He rushed for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns while passing for 239 yards and another score. The win was particularly sweet for Lamar as it...
Look, Patrick Mahomes is shocked like, what the fuck, this nigga was never supposed to beat me. Yes, he beat you. You shocked? You shocked, my boy? Well, guess what? It's going to happen a lot more. I can't wait to see it, too. I can't wait. I'm going to make this shit my wallpaper, bro. This shit finna be my wallpaper. On gang, I love to see Patrick Mahomes in distress and shocked that he lost.
Marked his first career victory over Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He would continue to put up impressive numbers, leading the Ravens to a 5-1 start. In week 5 against the Indianapolis Colts, he delivered one of the best games of his career. Trailing 25-9 in the fourth quarter, Lamar orchestrated a stunning comeback, passing for a franchise record 442 yards and 4 touchdowns, leading the Ravens to a 31-25 overtime victory. His 86% completion rate set a new NFL record for a quarterback throwing over 400 yards. It was a performance that underscored Lamar's ability to take over a game with his arm, silencing critics who still question his passing abilities. However, the Ravens season took a difficult turn as injuries began to pile up. Key players on both sides of the ball were sidelined and the team's depth was severely tested. Despite the mounting challenges, Lamar continued to fight, keeping the Ravens in playoff contention, but the toll of carrying the team on his shoulders began to show. In week 14 against the Cleveland Browns, he suffered a significant ankle injury that forced him to leave the game. The injury would ultimately end his season prematurely as he was unable to return for the final 4 games. Without him, the Ravens struggled.
Man, injuries really be fucking up motherfuckers' careers, man. Like, Odell, imagine if Odell never got injured, bro. That's why I wish we could just turn off injuries for these football players, bro. Cause that shit will make the league so much raw. Like, lots of niggas lose so much of their skill and shit. Like, types of quarterbacks like him, Lamar Jackson, injuries really take a big toll on people like him. Like, he can't handle too many injuries, bro. Because then if he stop moving like how he moving, it might be, you feel me? But he is a pretty good passer, so I feel Lamar Jackson gonna be good for the most part.
Losing their final 6 games of the season and missing the playoffs with an 8-9 record. The 2022 season was a pivotal year for Lamar. With the disappointment of the previous season fresh in his mind and contract negotiations looming large, he was determined to continue to establish himself as one of the NFL NFL's elite quarterbacks. With the Ravens once again viewed as contenders, Lamar entered the season with something to prove, not just to the league, but to himself. Lamar began the season with a bang, reminding everyone of how dangerous he could be. In the first 3 games of the season, he passed for 749 yards and 10 touchdowns, while rushing for 243 yards and 2 more scores. His Week 2 performance against the Miami Dolphins was particularly memorable as he threw for 318 yards and 3 touchdowns while rushing for 119 and another score. Throughout the first half of the season, Lamar continued to perform at a high level, leading the Ravens to a 7-3 record. His ability to make plays with his arm and legs kept defenses on their heels, and his leadership on the field was evident as the Ravens remained in the thick of the playoff race. His improved passing mechanics and decision-making were noticeable as he delivered the ball with great accuracy and timing. However, just as the Ravens seemed poised to make a deep playoff run, adversity struck again. In Week 13 against the Denver Broncos, Lamar suffered a knee injury that sidelined him for the remainder of the regular season. The injury was a devastating blow to both Lamar and the Ravens, who struggled to maintain their momentum without their star quarterback. Baltimore managed to secure a playoff berth with a 10-7 record, but without Lamar, their prospects looked bleak. As the Ravens prepared for their wildcard matchup against the Bengals, the focus was on whether Lamar would return. Ultimately, he was unable to recover in time, and the Ravens were eliminated in a narrow 24-17 defeat. The loss marked the end of another season filled with promise, but one that was ultimately derailed by injury. Lamar concluded his season with 2,242 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, along with 764 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns in his 12 games. Once again, Lamar had proven that when healthy, he was one of the most dynamic players in the league. The offseason that followed was filled with uncertainty as contract negotiations between Lamar and the Ravens reached a critical point. With Lamar entering the final year of his rookie contract, stakes were high. After months of speculation and negotiation, Lamar signed a contract extension with the Baltimore Ravens, a 5-year deal worth $260 million with $185 million guaranteed. The deal was a reflection of the Ravens' belief in Lamar.
I still don't like the fact that Deshaun Watson got like $230 million guaranteed, and niggas like Lamar Jackson only getting $185 million guaranteed. Why is that? Why is that? We need to know. We need answers right now.
As their franchise quarterback and a testament to everything he had accomplished in his first 5 seasons. Lamar entered the 2023 season with renewed confidence and determination. He would waste no time in proving that he was worth every penny of his new contract. From the onset, he played with a sense of urgency and poise that demonstrated his growth as both a player and a leader. Under the guidance of offensive coordinator Todd Monken, the Ravens implemented a more balanced offensive scheme that emphasized quick passing and spread formations, designed to maximize Lamar's unique skill set. In early weeks of the season, Lamar was electric, leading the Ravens to several decisive victories. He once again showcased his improved accuracy and decision-making while still maintaining his trademark ability to make plays with his legs. In Week 2 of the season, Lamar helped the Ravens take down the defending AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals, in which he threw for 237 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 27-24 victory. He set another milestone in the record books after Week 12 when he rushed for 39 yards to reach the 5,000 career rushing yards and joined Michael Vick, Cam Newton, and Russell Wilson as the only quarterbacks to reach this. Jackson did this in the fewest games in NFL history for a QB with 82.
That's what I was going to say. All them other niggas took a little minute to get up there to what Lamar Jackson did.
Once again surpassing his idol Michael Vick's previous record of 104. Late in the season, Jackson and the Ravens faced their biggest challenge when they played against the San Francisco 49ers. Many speculated this was a Super Bowl preview and the 49ers were favored at home, but Lamar would put on a stunning performance. He threw for 252 yards with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions, which was good enough to helped stun the 49ers in a 33-19 victory. The Ravens finished the season with a 13-4 record and the #1 seed in the AFC. Jackson ended the season with 3,678 passing yards with 24 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, adding an additional 821 yards and 5 touchdowns rushing. This earned him his second MVP, in which he received 49 of the 50 total votes, missing out on a second unanimous MVP by just a single vote. At the age of 27, Lamar was the second youngest player to ever win multiple MVPs. In the divisional round of the playoffs, Lamar showcased why he deserved every dollar of his contract. He passed for 152 yards with 2 touchdowns and rushed for an additional 100 yards with 2 more touchdowns. The Ravens blew out the Houston Texans 34-10 and advanced to the AFC Championship for the first time in Lamar's career. Their opponents were the Ravens' nemesis and the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. In a primarily defensive battle, the Ravens fell short to the Chiefs 17-10. Lamar
I feel Lamar Jackson in this game, bro, it's like, bro, if he would have utilized his legs more, he could have beat them. But he trying to be a Mr. Passer and shit. That was the problem right there.
Lamar played a good game but had a costly interception and fumble. Individually, Lamar's season was a success while capturing his second MVP. However, he has already solidified his goal of proving himself as a successful NFL quarterback. There is no doubt that the only thing that is on his mind is leading his team to a Super Bowl victory. Only time will tell if this quarterback that everyone doubted has what it takes. Let me know.
I ain't gonna cap to you. I know for a fact Lamar Jackson got what it fucking take, bro. I don't want to hear all that other shit, man. But, you know, if you don't fuck with this video, I know you're going to fuck with another motherfucking video. Like I said, Lamar Jackson going to get that Super Bowl, and we going to play this video. Y'all going to be like, he told us. He told us on game, bro. I'm finna take a little 4-hour nap and shit, because I got to get up and make some more videos, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications. If you don't fuck with this video, I know you're going to fuck with another motherfucking video. But if you hearing this, I know you fuck with this video, man. Oh, so wow, man. Live stream, man. Y'all be safe, be smooth. I appreciate y'all for fucking with this video, man.